All right, Jordan, thank you very much. We're talking about last night's RNC, President Trump officially, or former President Trump officially taking the RNC nomination. Craig DeLuz with the California Republican Assembly joining us now. Craig, you and I have discussed this for years. You're a conservative Republican, not necessarily a few years ago at least, not a big Trump guy, or not all in on that. So last night, you're watching his address. When he stuck to the script, the prepared script, somewhat unifying, but some might say presidential. When he ad-libbed, not so much. What did you get from that going forward?
You know, I kind of like to say it was almost like a wedding. You had something borrowed, something new, something, you know, something blue, you know. There was a little bit of the new Trump, the unifying Trump, the Trump who had clearly gone through a life-changing experience. But then you also got the old, what I call Trump on the stump, the talking about the issues, the going into the people with whom he has issues. I think to a certain degree it was an opportunity missed, but I also think that he made his most important points was he focused on key issues, which were inflation, immigration, and crime, and talked real basically about what he planned to do on those issues. Now, some people called it divisive, but my issue is that he hit on the issues that are important to most people. Those are what I call 60-40 issues, where 60% of voters are with him on those issues.
Now, he's a very good public speaker. Later on, and it's like a lot of the people on my text thread were like, yeah, this is it, this is him, and we're going to win this. Then later on, there's some fact-checking. What are you most concerned about? Some of the things and claims he made that in the fact check will be like, well, he's just saying that for votes.
Well, keep in mind that Donald Trump is a salesman, so he's always had this penchant for hyperbole or for exaggeration. And when you look at most of the fact checking, it's that maybe he goes over the top as opposed to being incorrect. Did we have the best economy ever? No, but we had a great economy. It was much better than under Barack Obama, and definitely much better than under Joe Biden. Do we have an invasion at our southern border? Okay, maybe I wouldn't call it an invasion, but I would say that when you have 10 million people come across our southern border, that's more than 40 states. We have issues. So he was correct. He was talking about the issues correctly. He just maybe has the tendency to put, he embellished it, but I put dubs on it.
Dubs, okay. So as a conservative, we have the Democratic National Convention coming up in Chicago mid-August. Do you want to see Joe Biden still there? Obviously, you'd be supporting Trump. Or who would you fear most as a conservative if it's not going to be Biden?
Whoever the nominee is for the Democratic Party is going to have the same problems because there's not a policy that Joe Biden has implemented that none of them would, whether it be Kamala Harris, whether it be Gavin Newsom or Gretchen Whitmer. All of them would do the exact same things that Joe Biden did. And that's why I would have liked to have seen Trump focus more on the policies and the Democratic Party policies, because those are the things that he's actually going to be running against, that he knows he's going to be running against.
Do you see Biden out Kamala Harris in? Is that the most likely scenario you see now?
Well, I've likened it to trying to take Grandpa's car keys away when you know he shouldn't be driving anymore. I don't think that he has been convinced 100% yet. I think what you're seeing now is an orchestrated effort by Democrat leadership to push him out. Now, do I think it's going to be successful? It depends on if you're able to convince Hunter and Jill Biden, because they're the ones that are in his ear. Those are the folks who are talking to him.
He might be forcibly moved out at some point if this groundswell of, you've been great, thank you, but at this point in time, we need a fresher voice that can actually win the election. So we'll see what happens. Craig DeLuz, conservative. Craig, thank you. Always good to get your